Welcome back to the headlines now. On to some national stories now. After he launched a fierce attack against the BJP and Baba Ramdev, Janardhan Dwivedi was targeted at a press conference by a man who tried to throw a slipper at him. The man has been identified as Sunil Kumar from Rajasthan. He was allegedly posing as a journalist. Sunil Kumar was later grabbed by congressmen who in turn attacked him before the police took him into custody. The attack was pre-planned, said Mr. Dwivedi minutes later. He appears to be an RSS activist, said the always controversial Digvijay Singh, the General Secretary of the Congress.
I think something has to be done by the, all political parties, by the security agencies and journalists as well. So some kind of arrangement should be worked out by which journalists are not harassed also. So I think within the journalist community they have to come up with some idea, some kind of mechanism by which these incidents are not repeated.
One final point, as you saw these events, clearly do you feel now this led to a polarization because of Baba Ramdev's incident? Clearly, it's a trying time politically to see what has happened. You can't really distinguish between the two.
I think there are political forces who are trying to exploit this situation, who are trying to take political advantage of those happenings. And as Mr. Dwivedi, he was rightly pointing out those forces. He was hinting towards those forces who are trying to take the advantage of this situation and who are, the masks which he referred. So I think all these forces, their integrity and their credentials are under question.
The BJP today formally demanded the intervention of President Pratibha Patil in convening a special emergency session of Parliament hours after BJP leader LK Advani, in an exclusive interview to NDTV, charged the President with being completely unresponsive every time the opposition met her. Today, after meeting with the President, Advani said that they had been assured that whatever action is possible on this demand would be taken. Now, also reacting officially to NDTV's interview with LK Advani, Rashtrapati Bhavan issued a statement. The President reminded the BJP delegation led by LK Advani that receiving a delegation and a memorandum was never a mere formality and that appropriate follow-up action has always been taken. Now, Ramdev's forceful eviction has reached the Supreme Court. The top court took suo motu cognizance of the event and sent a notice asking the centre to explain why and in what situation was Ramdev evicted. The court wants the Chief Secretary of Delhi, the Union Home Secretary and the Delhi Police Commissioner to file personal affidavits explaining the situation. And coming up on the other side of this very short break, all the sporting action, of course, and Bjorn Borg's 6 titles have been matched on the court of Roland Garros. The French Open, of course, if you haven't watched last night's Spanish domination, come back for more.